So did you hear about this story, Jackson? 3 commercial ships were hit by missiles in a Houthi attack in the Red Sea. U.S. warship downs 3 drones. So at first I thought they attacked American warships, but according to the Associated Press, they just hit commercial. So ballistic missiles fired by Yemen's Houthi rebels struck 3 commercial ships Sunday in the Red Sea, while a U.S. warship shot down 3 drones in self-defense during the. So apparently these drones were coming at the American ships, according to the AP. It says they shot down the drones in self-defense during the hours-long assault. The U.S. military said so. The U.S. military said they had to defend themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead. The headline should be U.S. military ships attacked in the Persian Gulf. Am I wrong?
No.
No. And just the other day, the IRGC, the Iranians, they had their drones flying above our warships, and they were just filming them. They were just kind of poking around and filming them, but they didn't do anything. They were just filming, and now they've shot down the probably Yemeni drones this time.
Okay, let's go back to the story. The Iranian-backed Houthis, they're Iranian-backed Houthis, claimed two of the attacks.
I think it's cool of Iran to back both Shia and Sunni when they're Shia, and historically, those groups don't get along.
Really? So the Houthis are Sunni and Iran?
Shia.
So the Houthis are Shia, and
Hamas is
and Iranians are
Shia.
Shia. So Shia,
and then the Sunni would be Hamas and like Saudi Arabia.
Oh, really? Well, that doesn't make sense then, right? Except, I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is that what that is?
Once something gets really crazy, all of a sudden people start talking again and being pals.
Okay. The strikes marked an escalation in a series of maritime attacks in the Mideast linked to the Israeli-Hamas war, as multiple vessels found themselves in the crosshairs of a single Houthi assault for the first time in the conflict. The U.S. vowed to consider all appropriate responses in the wake of the attack, specifically calling out Iran after tensions have been high for years. So they really want this war with Iran.
What a mealy mouth trying to see if it's time to go attack Iran.
Should we go?
We'll consider all appropriate responses. Like, that's really mealy mouth.
Yeah.
We want to test the water to see if everybody wants to.
Are people okay if we start a war with Iran?
Can we draft your kids?
Because that's what this would be. The attack began around 9:15 a.m. local time in Houthi-controlled Sana'a, Yemen's capital. Central Command said the U.S. Well, at least they waited till business hours, right? The USS Carney, a Navy destroyer, detected a ballistic missile fired from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen at the Bahamas-flagged bulk carrier Unity Explorer. Why in the fuck is the U.S. Navy out there defending another country's ships? Why are we? Is that really what we want? The missile. I mean, that's what Anthony Blinken wants, but that's not what the American people want. The missile hit near the ship, the U.S. said. Shortly afterward, the Carney shot down a drone headed its way, although it's not clear if the destroyer was the target, Central Command said. About 30 minutes later, the Unity Explorer was hit by a missile. While responding to its distress call, the Carney shot down another incoming drone. Central Command said the Unity Explorer sustained minor damage from the missile. Really? What kind of a shitty missile?
Yeah, what is this missile?
Right? Was it really a missile, or was it like a bottle rocket?
And by the way, they say in this story that it's a Bahamas flagged explorer ship, the Unity Explorer, but they leave out the fact that it's owned by an Israeli.
Oh, they do leave that out. The AP, you can't trust them. That's why Jackson's here spewing that garbage. 2 other commercial ships, the Panamanian-flagged bulk carriers Number 9 and Sophie 2, were both struck by missiles. So they hit them both. You didn't have to make a Sophie's choice, as they say. Huh? Come on. The Number 9 reported some damage, but no casualties. And the Sophie 2 reported no significant. Well, what kind of frickin' missiles are these? Houthi military spokesman Brigadier General Yahya Sari claimed 2 of the. Come on, claimed 2 of the names over in the Middle East.
Can you name them, Jackson?
Can you name them? Can you name Yahya Sari, Yahya, and Benjamin Netanyahu?
I read that as Yahoo Serious.
Yahoo Siri, saying their first vessel was hit by a missile and the second by a drone while in the Bab al-Mandab Strait, which links the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden. Boy, I couldn't point out any of those places on a map. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
The Yemeni armed forces continue to prevent Israeli ships from navigating the Red Sea. Oh, did Rick Wright go through this? No? The Yemeni armed forces continue to prevent Israeli ships from navigating the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden until the Israeli aggression against our steadfast brothers in the Gaza Strip stops. So they're saying that it's Israeli ships, but the AP won't say it. Yeah, the Yemeni armed forces renew their warning to all Israeli ships or those associated with Israelis that they will become a legitimate target if they violate what is stated in this statement. The U.S. has stopped short of saying its Navy ships were targeted. Oh, really? Because that's not what I heard. But has said Houthi drones have headed toward the ships and have been shot down in self-defense. Well, how can you call it self-defense and also say they're not targeting you? Those two are contradictory statements. Is that not a contradiction?
This seems like a lame, because if it's that lame of a missile, it's a drone, and we did it because Israel's invading. It sounds like they don't really want to fight Israel or America, but they have to do a state, we have to do a show of something.
Is that what this is?
Am I wrong that that's how that comes off to me? That's how it comes off.
So Washington so far has declined to directly respond to the attacks, and has Israel, whose military continues to try to describe the ships as not having links to their country. But according to Jackson Hinkle, they're owned by Israelis.
Well, the article said,
they are. Yeah. So here is, Yemen has officially banned the passage of Israeli ships through the Strait of Aden, which, I hope it's not Aden Quinn, which connects the Red Sea and Arabian Seas, warning that any ship that violates the decision will be sunk. And here's from antiwar.com. Iran says 2 IRGC members killed by Israeli airstrikes. Oh, this is a different story. By the way, Yemen isn't the only country launching attacks outside its borders, except Israel is actually killing people. Israel is attacking people in Syria.
Is this to desperately draw a larger war into a bigger war?
That's what this is.
So it's failing in Gaza.
So this is Israel trying to start a war with Iran, which will bring in the United States. And how are they doing it? They're attacking Iranians inside Syria. Did you know about that, Jackson?
I didn't, but I'm not that surprised, I guess. One other interesting thing about the story with the ships is, I don't know if you guys saw the map, but basically you asked the question, why is it that the U.S. is protecting these Israeli-owned ships inside of this region of the world so far away, the Red Sea? Because if they can go unattacked and if it's safe for insurers to protect these ships, they only have to travel through that Strait of Aden in the Red Sea, which is a very mellow and short trip. If they have to go another route, the only other route they can go is traveling all the way down the eastern coast of Africa, down around South Africa, then all the way back up to the other side of North Africa. So it's basically an impossible trip for these Israeli massive cargo ships. That's why they're doing this.
Oh, I wish we had a map that I could show people, but I wasn't smart enough to think to put that in this keynote. So I didn't know I was going to have to know geography to tell this story.
Yeah.
Turns out.
I thought I just had to know as much as Turtle in the Hair on that other show Jackson was on.
So I'm still going to say, even though they're denying it, I'm still going to say that Iranian-backed Yemeni Houthis are attacking U.S. warships. Because that's you can't say you're shooting down shit in self-defense, but saying they're not attacking you.
Well, you don't want to have to commit that. I'm guessing a lot of the higher-ups here don't want to get pulled into that war right now because the election.
That's right.
But it was just no, we need you to get in the war now because Bibi's almost out.
I think if Joe Biden started or engaged in a war with Iran, I don't think it would be good. I think Americans are war weary.
No, I think it would hurt him a lot.
And I think it would hurt him a lot. So that's why they don't want to say that they were attacked. But my headline is going to be that they were attacked. And we'll see. We'll let the chips fall where they may. We're doing live comedy shows in Oxnard, California, Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Michigan, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, and Boston. Plus, we're going to put a date in Edmonton, Canada, plus Vancouver. See ya. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.